And this is Good Day Galt. We're here visiting Iron Dragon Tactical School of Self-Defense on South Lincoln Way. Okay, this is Good Day Galt, and we're here with Stan Toscano of Iron Dragon Tactical School of Self-Defense. Stan, how long has the school been here?
Well, I've been in operation in this facility for approximately 12 years, and prior to that I was teaching in this area for about 20, but in this site itself about 12.
And can you give us a little bit of your background?
Well, give you a little background. I've got over 30 years of law enforcement. I'm retired now, so I do this full time. Something else that kind of brings the Tactical School of Self-Defense to this also is that I got a chance to work at 2 law enforcement academies, and I was a self-defense, defensive tactics, and so on, and I got a chance to network with a lot of other outside agencies and got to work with the best of the best for those other folks that were actually providing instruction for those post academies.
And what do you teach here at the school?
Well, it's called the Iron Dragon Tactical School of Self-Defense. Our core system is Kempo Karate. Kempo is fist law, law of the fist. It is made for street self-defense. The tactical part of it brings in the reality of what actually happens on the street. So we bring the traditions of traditional martial arts, but then it also brings in the fact that today, things are different today than they were, 30, 50, several hundred years ago. So again, we teach traditional martial arts. We have a great core base, but again, we deal with situational things that are happening today.
What's the age group of your classes?
We age group all ages. The youngest age that we start off is 4 years old, and again, it starts at 4 and all the way up to, I've had students in their 90s, and it's worked out. So we've got 4 to 90 and everything in between.
And how are you handling your classes now with the current pandemic situation?
Oh boy, that was kind of a fun situation there. Well, because of the social distancing and making it, a lot of the requirements originally when this first came out, they talked about a 6-foot space in which folks were having to work with. Well, we went above and beyond that by making a 9-foot squared area. And again, what I've done in addition to that, besides them being in their own 9-foot square, nobody's touching anybody else's equipment. Everybody has their own bag. We've got the wave masters, and each person gets their own wave master. So again, they're not touching other equipment and so on like that. The other thing that we've done, we've had to modify just the way that we carry ourselves in and out of the school, in that I don't want people bringing a whole bunch of bags and gear bags and so on of that nature. We don't have a dressing room per se anymore because, again, that area back there, people are bringing bags and a lot of contacts, so we don't have a dressing room anymore. They come prepared to train, and that's why we've modified our uniform just for this period. And I mean during this period because, as everybody knows, we've had to go inside and out. We've had a lot of training that we've had to provide outside of the school because we weren't allowed to train inside.
So is it mostly in-person classes, or are you doing online also?
A wide variety, and we're trying to meet the needs of the community. So we have group classes. Number one, we have group classes for all ages. That would include, again, ages 4 to 9 and everything in between. We have group classes. We have private lessons, which, to be quite frank with you, because of this, I never gave private lessons before. I thought it was very important for them to work with other people and the social networking and so on and that nature. I thought that was very good. But because of the way things work today, I think private lessons are some of the things that people have to work with. So yes, I do provide lessons, and I do family group classes, which I didn't do before either, but now I do group classes. As for an example, I have a family of 5, so I have the 3 kids and the parents. They come in and I allow them to train just during that period of time. And then I do virtual training also, which is something I had never done before either. So it really opened up my eyes to some things and opened up the world to, so this way some folks that have quite a ways to travel, they can find that they can do a virtual and still get some very good training.
So it almost sounds like you've come up with some creative ways that may continue even after the pandemic is over with?
Oh, yes, ma'am. And the nice thing about that is, see, martial arts is being able to adjust and adapt to whatever kind of situation you have. And that's exactly what we've had to do. So yes, it has opened that up because some folks, because of time or because of distance or because of physical, they might have some limitations. They may not feel good or because they can't drive or so on. Now we have the virtual training that's made available too. And then, like I said, we do have private lessons also.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Well, here's the thing. This again is really for our local folks. They got to understand with this post-quarantine, parents are really struggling with kids doing a lot of screen time, kids not getting the physical activities right now, all that pent-up energy in that. Martial arts is a great vehicle in which to get them so that they have focus, they have discipline, they can build those self-skills, life skills in that you earn what you get. You know, it's not just getting participation trophies, it's being able to work for a goal. And we have a goal-setting thing. We do have belts, but again, we don't test every other week or every other month. We test when it's time for them to test, and actually they get a chance to actually set those goals. Again, the martial arts is going to give them an opportunity to have more a positive image. We have a lot of kids that are really shy. It gets them a chance to one, get good eye contact. Their posture changes, their voice, being able to use their voice. And they do have a voice. So again, those are different things that we have available here at the school. We have Kids Safe, Street Safe, done with bullying programs, women's self-defense class, violence in the workplace prevention, as well as fitness for seniors, and I kind of tailor that around arcane food.
So Stan, you're going to give us a demo of one of your classes, the Cane Fu?
Yes, ma'am. And what I do is Cane Fu is a stick with a hook on the end. This is not just made for seniors. I want to make sure that people understand this is a martial arts school that's been around a long time. Martial law means they used a lot of the farm tools and that to actually defend themselves. But the cane is a legal medical device. And for our seniors, if it's your body in motion stays in motion, if they're actually just doing this motion where they're actually getting some good rotation, good rotational things, you know, it can also assist them again if they have, you know, if they're not able to pick their leg up and be able to hold that pose and do that, if they can use that to help assist them to stabilize, and that way they can start to move different limbs and so on to that nature. But again, a body in motion stays in motion, but all these moves can be used very effectively to defend themselves, and again, so that they're not so paranoid. Again, body in motion stays in motion. I've said that several times. It just gets them to move with a purpose. Again, legal medical device that can be carried around. Being that they carry it around, I don't want them to look like a victim. I want them to stand tall, stand up straight, have good posture, and be aware of their surroundings, and then they don't look like a victim. So again, the cane is a really great tool because it's used like a stick. It can be used like a sword. It can be used like a staff. And again, our school lends itself to being able to adjust accordingly to those situations. So again, the cane is a very functional tool which you can do all kinds of beautiful little spins, strikes, coming in here, and again, stand back. You're scaring me. So again, that's just a couple little things that you can do with the cane.
Thank you, Stan. Okay, Stan, why don't you tell us about your weight room here?
Yeah, we call this the Dragon Pit, and in here I've got over 8,000 pounds of iron in here, and what that means is I've got dumbbells anywhere from 3 pounds up to 120 pounds, and as you can see, like in the 10-pound category, I've got 15 pairs of 10s, I've got 15 pairs of 8s, I've got 12s, I've got 15s, I've got 8 pairs of 15s, so I've got a lot of stuff to work with. We have a hip sled, we have a leg extension, leg curl, treadmill, life cycle, recumbent bike, kettlebell, resistance bands, and so much more. This is just to, again, to enhance their martial arts experience. With martial arts, you got to be able to adjust. And even the parents coming to class and dropping their kids off, they had to adjust. As you can see, these aren't really padded. We had to take the padding off and all that just to make this a little bit more sanitary. I've got this marked off with one parent can sit right here. One parent or husband and wife, one mom and dad right here. Then I have to have a little space, and then I have the next one. And then see, I've got well more than the distance. So I've got a seat here. Then they can sit on that bench over there, and then there's a little spot over there, and then I've got another chair on the side. So I've had to really minimize or really block off to make sure the social distance is adhered to here at the school. But I put a nice bench outside, and I've got a beautiful area that's right outside. That's a nice little area that's got Wi-Fi. I've got a nice umbrella out there, and some really nice sitting in a little patio area that I've created out there for the moms and dads for the Iron Dragons.
So the parents whose kids are participating, the parents can come as long as
come,
they
but
mask
they gotta-
up and sit in socially distanced.
Everybody that comes into school must have a mask. Everybody that comes into school must get the social distancing, and everybody has to keep each other in line. So again, when they come in and they see those spots are filled out, well, that's all I have. So again, we have beautiful parking right in front of the school. I've got benches out here, and then like I said, we've got that beautiful patio that I built out there for the parents. They can sit under the umbrella and got Wi-Fi in that too.